Hello, everybody. Time for your April movie of the month. How many of you are old enough to remember victory gardens? They came about as food shortages during World Wars I and II provoked a heroic response by Americans. Planting vegetable gardens at their homes or in public places such as parks became a pastime. The purpose was twofold: ease the burden of farmers growing for domestic and foreign consumption, and boost the morale of the people by giving them a sense of working for the common good. Americans responded. By the end of World War I, more than 5 million victory gardens had sprouted. Now we're engaged in a very different kind of war. We can't see the enemy, but it's affecting us all. People are holed up at home and passing the time by posting desperate entreaties on social media like, "How many prime numbers can you name? Let's play." I have a better idea. Let's take a cue from past generations and plant victory gardens. They don't have to be big. They can be a few containers on your deck or porch. I've been doing that for years. They don't need to be many. You can have just a few of your favorite vegetables or herbs, but they can improve your family's diet, your mental health by getting you outside and taking positive action. No matter how ambitious or modest your garden is, you'll get sunshine, fresh air, and you'll be rediscovering your creative side. And it beats watching news 24 hours a day, doesn't it? Leafy greens like lettuce, spinach, kale, and herbs, or chives and parsley, are the first vegetables I plant. They germinate quickly from seed, or if you're afraid of seeds, you can buy small plants from a garden center. They grow rapidly. They even sport lovely, colorful leaves and stems, and some, like chives, little purple flowers. They grow well in containers or in the ground, and some come back year after year. Now is the time to plant because they prefer cool weather and they don't mind frost. In fact, they often taste sweeter after a frost. You get a bigger harvest from leafy greens and herbs than almost anything else you can plant. And it's also prime planting time for broccoli, cabbage, and cauliflower. They like cool temperatures too. You can start them from seed, but I actually prefer to use the small plants from a garden center for those, as I want to make sure that they're mature before it gets too warm and they start to flower and set seed. Watch out for white moths flitting about your plants. They lay eggs on the leaves that hatch into voracious green caterpillars that eat the foliage. You can prevent this by spraying the leaves according to the label directions with a natural insecticide, or by covering the plants with a floating cover. Wait a bit before setting out summer vegetables like tomatoes, peppers, beans, or squash and cucumbers. These can be planted as soon as we're past our last spring frost, and their vines will lovingly grab hold of the railings of your deck and need very few or no ties and little attention. They will often rot if the soil is too cool, so wait till it's warm enough. Plus, the top growth can't take frost. However, go ahead and plant seeds indoors so you'll have the seedlings to plant outside as soon as it's time. Though we live in uncertain times, remember, spare time is one thing many of us do have now. Let's spend it bringing life into the world rather than moping about and merely existing. Few problems of the spirit can't be ameliorated by digging in the earth, planting seed or seedling, and nurturing it for the good of soul and belly. Things will turn around, as that famous Southern philosopher Scarlett O'Hara reminded us. After all, tomorrow is another day.